So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to episode number 19 of the Sunderland Crew Mode, and we're kicking off this episode with an email from the board saying that we have got 22 million to spend in the transfer market. So as you know from the last episode, we did have the season finale, so hopefully in this episode we are going to sign loads of players. I can tell you now, we do sign a lot of players, and we see here from the youth squad monthly report, we do have a look at the players here in the youth squad report. We do have Jacob Forshaw, which I'm afraid isn't going to be good enough to be approaching my Sunderland squad. So first of all, sorry for not uploading. I have just not had the time, and I've got mocks all of this week, not all of this week. I've got mocks until the 20th of December, so I'm going to find it really, really hard to try and find the time to upload videos for you guys. But I'll do my very best. There will be a double upload today. This one and a Sheffield one will be up a little bit later on today. So as you see here, we do go through a squad report, so you can see the player ratings and see if you think they are going to be potential good players in the squad. As the Christian Benteke is an 83 rated player, a very, very good player, and he looks like he's going to be my star player at this moment in time. And well, as you know, Bruni did actually have to go back to Liverpool, which I was a little bit disappointed about because he was playing very, very well in the last stages of last year's career mode. So I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest, that Bruni had to go back. But Daniel Lafferty, as you see there, Road looks a very, very good player that we had signed on a free contract, 77 rated, only the age of 23. Mark Albrighton, the other one, 71 rated, 24. So Mark Albrighton and Daniel Lafferty probably won't get a look in, but we will definitely be playing Road. He is a very, very good player, only the age of 23, and hopefully he will be able to work his way into the first team squad. And let's see here, we do get a transfer offer for Seb Larsson. We do end up selling Sebastian Larsson, mainly because he wanted to leave, and the board told me he had to be put up for sale. I didn't want to put him up for sale, but he was unhappy with the lack of games he was playing. So basically that's why I had to do it. We did actually go in for Fraser Foster, because as you guys know, we do actually get rid of, oh, I forgot his name. Doesn't matter. The goalkeeper before. Anyway, we got rid of him. Kieran Westwood. We got rid of him because, well, we didn't want to get rid of him, but he actually got sold before we even found out that we could do the contract thing. As you see here, Bruma, they want 17.5 million for Bruma, so they do want a very lot for him. He's only 19 years old, he's a left winger, and he looks like he's the next Cristiano Ronaldo. So he looks a very, very good, promising player. So I've decided to offer 7.5 million plus Gia Chirini if we could lure him into the squad. Vlad Chiriches, they wanted 27 million for him, so I'm afraid that is way too much money for a player of, even though Chiriches is a very good player, it's way too much. We also did inquire about Jack Butland, mainly because just in case we didn't get Fraser Forster, and it was another goalkeeper that we were interested in buying. We did actually end up offering him a deal, and I can tell you now they don't accept it. So we did have to end up going for Fraser Forster, or is there another goalkeeper that we had to go for? You have to wait and see. They wanted 3.5 million for Andros Townsend, which I thought was very reasonable, but I thought, taking the cheek a little bit, I decided to offer 2.5 million, or actually 2 million, that I decided to try and get Andros Townsend to our squad. And if we could, it would be an incredible achievement, as he is making a name for himself. But look at that ridiculousness from Norwich City. Norwich City got relegated down into the Championship, and I thought, oh, that's a good chance for me to try and get a very good player and to see if we can build him up. But no, they want 17 million for Nathan, 15.5 million for Nathan Redmond. That is just absolutely ludicrous. How can a player of Nathan Redmond's quality be worth 15.5 million? That's just like saying, oh, Adebayor's worth 30 million. Well, no, it's just not going to happen. But Dale Jennings is a player that we are very, very interested in, and we decided to offer 3.5 million because he looks like he could be a genius in our squad, and he could be the man to step up and play extremely well. Luke Shaw, another person. So actually here, we were just going crazy in the transfer market. We haven't actually signed anyone yet, but we were going mad. We wanted loads and loads of players. It looked like we were going to start have a new 11, but I can tell you now, we do make a good few signings, but we don't actually, we don't have a new 11. But actually, we do get another transfer for offer from Southampton, and basically we just kept saying we wanted 2.5 million, around the 2.5 million barrier, but in the end, I can tell you now, the board does say, okay, we're just going to accept the next offer. The offer was unacceptable from Galatasaray. A little bit disappointed, but I thought 12.5 million without anyone. If they would accept that, that'd be the last resort, because Bruma is a very good player, but I don't think he's really worth 12.5 million. But if we get him for 12.5 million, I will not be looking back, and I'll be very happy if we can actually get him into the squad at 12.5 million. Fraser Forster, they want 3.3 million, so I was very, very happy that they were going to actually accept 3.3 million, and I jumped straight in there to send that back to Celtic to see if we could lure in the Englishman, as he played his debut for England not long ago. And Luke Shaw, they wanted 5 million for Luke Shaw, which I actually believe was too much, but thankfully our first transfer offer was accepted for Dale Jennings, a 21-year-old left winger, does get accepted, and we decided to offer him 25,000 4-year deal, and he would be a squad rotation player. See if we would accept that, but I didn't think he would, because he's from Barnsley, but it's a lot better coming to Barnsley, coming to Sunderland rather than playing for Barnsley, I should say. Corker here, he looks like a very, very good player at centre-back, which I must admit, I do need to improve the centre-back position, but they really wanted too much from him. They wanted 12 million. I personally believe that's too much. So I did have a long think about things, and I do actually find a very good centre-back, and I do end up getting a centre-back before this episode finishes. But actually, Connor Wickham, we get a 7 million bid from Wickham, which I was very tempted to accept that, but then I thought, 9 million. If they would step up to 9 million for 72 rated player, it would be absolutely ecstatic, I would be. Jack Polback, I thought, I want at least 5 million, because if I sell Jack Colback, I'll then go in for Luke Shaw, but I'm not that bothered whether that's selling Jack Colback, because he's just a beast. And as you see here, that is just no way I'm going to accept a 27 million from Chelsea unless they up their bid to 55 million. He is just not going anywhere, Christian Benteke, because he is going to be my star man. And as you see here, we do get another load of emails. Christian Benteke once again getting another transfer offer for Christian Benteke, and this time it was from the almighty Borussia Dortmund. 22.5 million they offered. I wanted 52 or 55.5 million, something. So I just wanted more than 50 million for every time someone wanted Christian Benteke. They were going to have to cop up big time if they wanted him. Actually, they upped their bid to actually 4.5 million. But then I thought, no, I'm still not accepting it, because Jack Colback is a very good player. He's still only 24 years old, and he's just performing very well. Actually, Chelsea do come back and say, no, I'm sorry, that is too much. 4.5 million, they did say they would accept. And as you see there, we have reviews to asking for 9 million for Connor Wickham, and we have decided to go ahead and match it. So we are going to be selling Connor Wickham for 9 million. So a 72 rated player is going to be leaving the club for 9 million. What an absolute wow. I just can't think of the word that explains how good I am pleased. Even though Connor Wickham has been a good feature in my squad, 9 million is a lot of money. Especially for a 72 rated player. That is just absolutely incredible. And Fraser Forster does actually accept, or Celtic accept, the transfer offer, and we go in to offer him a contract offer to see if we would accept Fraser, or see if Fraser Forster would actually accept coming to England and playing in his home nation's country. And we haven't actually seen any of this or know of you, but Dale Jennings' contract offer was accepted. He did accept the squad rotation player, so that's very good that he's not going to be coming to me saying, I want more games, I want to do this, I want to do that. So thankfully, Dale Jennings is a true man, and he's coming to the club here. Cardiff City once again say the transfer offer was unacceptable for Stephen Corker, there we go. Yeah, it was not acceptable for him. So, we went on to advance even more. Christian Benteke, this time from Juventus, and they were just putting stupid offers in the 20 million. And I'm just telling you now, 55 million, and you can have him. But I can tell you now, we don't sell Benteke, and Christian Benteke does stay at Sunderland, because we did, in fact, buy Benteke for about 17.5 million, I believe. Something very big, and actually, the confirmation that he had been sold. Connor Wickham has now left the club and has gone to Wigan, and I did find out after this episode that Wigan are actually in the Premier League. They got promoted, so that's why they got the money, and that's why they've got the money to actually go ahead and buy him. So the contract offer was declined from Bruma, but Bruma is such a promising player that I went in to offer him even more, and it was going to be 80,000 I offered, and he was going to be a crucial first team player if he comes to the squad, because I knew he was a very, very good player. The contract offer was then accepted for Fraser Forster. So thankfully, our goalkeeper position has now been cured, and Vito Manone is not going to be playing as the shot stopper. It is going to be Fraser Forster. And I can tell you now, Fraser Forster is a 79 rated player. What an absolute bargain we have got for 3.5 million. Christian Atsu we were very interested in, because I know Christian Atsu does play on the left wing, but he can also play up front. As you know, Bruni has gone, so Christian Atsu, it would be very good if we could get to him. We do then go for Lukaku as well, both from Chelsea. Christian Atsu and Lukaku, we do go for him as well. And as you hear, we offer exactly the same deal for both of them, and if they would accept them, we would be very pleased, and hopefully we could bring both of them into the squad. But at this moment in time, the contract, they both want 70,000 a week, so it's going to be pretty hard to actually lure them into the club because of the contract wage bills. Actually, they're both of the transfer offer was accepted, and the contract offer was accepted for Bruma as well. Morbido Diakite, we got a transfer offer from him from Torino. So if we could, if it was a good amount of money from Torino, we would go ahead and accept it. And as you can see here, 76 rated, so 27 years old, and they 3.8 million they did actually offer. But I thought, I tell you what, 6.8 million and you can have him. Really, in actual fact, if they offer anything over 5 million, I would probably accept it, because he is not the first team player, and even though he is a higher rated than all the rest, he is a very liability at the back. Actually, there we do end up offering a 70,000 week contract to Romelu Lukaku, and we do also do the same for Christian Atsu, because if we could at least get one of them into the club, we do know that we need a striker to actually sit alongside Christian Benteke, and what better to have the two Belgian people of the likes of Christian Atsu and also I fucking forgot his name. Christian Atsu, Lukaku, there we go. Actually, their contract offer was extended for Bruma. Very pleased that Bruma has now come into the squad. And it looks like we are going to have an absolutely amazing squad for next season. And hopefully, I can't wait to show you guys how our progress is getting on. And actually here, we do end up accepting the offer for Romelu Lukaku. So Romelu Lukaku and Christian Benteke are going to be playing alongside each other. Christian Atsu, I'm afraid we could not accept him into the squad because we didn't have enough money to accept him. But we were going to sell a player, and you will see who that player is. So Victor Andrade was another player that we wanted as a backup striker, because as you know, well, we just can't. Christian Atsu it's too expensive at the moment, but Victor Andrade, I know he is a very promising player, and he's going to be coming for pretty cheap as well. It's only going to be about 1.67 million I was going to offer for him, 1.8 million we did offer for Victor Andrade. The only downside to him, he's very quick, but the only downside is a little bit small and his strength isn't the best, but I think we'll be able to get along well with him. And they do offer 6 million for our centre back, and we do go ahead and accept that. So the money will be coming in, and we were going to now be on search to get another centre back that is actually going to be starting, I should say, because as you know, we do have Craig Dawson, and we also have Ryan Bennett, and we also have Carlos Cuellar as well at the back. But Carlos Cuellar is on the bench because he's not good enough to be making the starting lineup, and he's too old, in my personal opinion. But transfer offer was then accepted from Santos for Victor Andrade. But before we went into that, we did have a look at some players, but unfortunately we couldn't find anyone with no contract left. 6,000, all he wanted, 4-year deal, and he was going to be a squad rotation player if he come to Sunderland, if he was going to go ahead and accept the offer. So that is pretty much it for this episode. So it's just all the transfers. So can we hit a big amount of likes? If we could, I'd very much appreciate it. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time on whatever the episode might be. Bye bye.